things that we just would never do. The worst of it is near the end of the worst. There were so many bad things. I think the worst part of it is they had a Chabadsker, right, standing on the corner. He wants to put the filling on the guy, right? Mm-hmm. The Chabadsker has payas but no beard. Like he shaves and he's in Chabad, and I'm like, this is just going from like bizarre to like god awful, right? But then he goes, let's put on the tefillin together, right? So the guy takes it and he like puts on the tefillin, right? And he's saying the bracha while he's wrapping the strap around, and I'm thinking, okay, it's like one stop shop, like you say the bracha and then you do. So he's like, he gets away with that one, right? Yeah. So it's like nothing. Then he puts on the head one, and he puts the rosh tefillin, the head one, on the guy's, like, right on top of the guy's nose. Yeah. In fact, I could pull it out and show you, but, like, how it, like, was on the guy's nose. And Lubavitcher goes, okay, you're doing it right. And I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, my, I was like, ah! Because, it's supposed to, the tefillin is supposed to go on the top of your head. Yeah. Like right here, right? This is where the tefillin goes, and it was hanging off this guy's nose. I mean, it was just like it was like a unicorn. It was like a guy had like a beak. It was like horrible, right? It was like this guy did not know how to put on tefillin, right? I mean, it's like he grew up in Williamsburg, right? He's like this, he's like a frummy all his life. His nose tefillin, right? And he has it like he doesn't know how to put on, and the Lubavitcher doesn't know how to put on a tefillin either. It's like, whoever makes the stupid movie, would you please consult with me first? Let me tell you how tefillin looks. I mean, there's like millions of frummies who put on tefillin every day, and you couldn't ask one of us, how do you put on tefillin? It was an embarrassment to watch this. It was horrifying. And then they went to shul in the middle of Williamsburg, and there was a shul without a mechitza. A shul without a mechitza. The movie starts, and they're in a shul without a mechitza. I was screaming, like, you're in a shul, there's a mechitza. He's like checking out the chicks there, and I'm like, there's gotta be mechitza. Then on the stage of the shul, there's an Israeli flag. I guarantee you will never find in the neighborhood of Williamsburg an Israeli flag sitting in the shul. Never. Okay, never. And they were supposed to be Hasidic, and it's the guy from Social Network, right? It's the guy from Social Network. The guy who plays Zuckerberg, right? Yeah. And he's got like this verkackte hair. He's got like long hair. I guess it was in his contract. I'm not cutting my hair to look like Hasidic for this movie. So he's got like his hair, and he like pasted on these fake payas on the guy. Shaving, he's got no problem with that. I'm thinking, what are you? Are you Hasidic? Are you modern Orthodox? His father is like a frum. He looks like you, right? He's got like the hat and the whole thing going on. He looked consistent. Everyone in that shul looked frummy, and they were like me with the payas and the beard. And this Schmendrick has like the hair all over the place and little payas sticking out of it. And I'm like, what are you? What are you? Right? And it's like, how can they do this in Hollywood? It's just retarded.
I was in a movie with Lisa Minnelli. And I was an extra, and I was playing like a ultra-Orthodox Jew with payas, and they stuck them on, and I kept them on after the end of the day, and I went to a program at shul that night with payas on, like a place I hadn't been for a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
And so everyone was going, "Oh, you've become really religious." It was fun.
I think you should put on payas. I think you got everything ready for that. It would go with the beard.
Do I have to stop banging shiksas?
Oh, that was another thing. Can I just say one more thing that drove me crazy? Yeah. This was so retarded. Like the kid is like, he's like frying out. He's becoming fry, right? He's becoming fry, and he's like, he's like exploring options, like he's getting involved in the drug running and all this business.
Yeah. This woman tries to shake his hand. And he goes, no, it's for you that I can't shake your hand.
Yeah. He does that. Oh, so you've seen the movie, right?
Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
He goes to this, like this party where they're all and they're like surfing tray food, right? They're all serving tray food, and he's like, I don't want to eat anything. And they say, hey, do you like lox? Because we got like some lox, and it's cooked. It's smoked lox, but it's like cooked in this cooker thingy. And obviously it's treif because like once it's been opened by a bunch of goyim and handled by goyim, it loses its kashrus, right? Because we don't know if it's kosher or not. And all these people, none of these people keep kosher. So it's like, he can't eat this, right? Yeah. And he's like, okay, I'm going to eat it. So I'm thinking, okay, so the guy's like done being frum. But now here's the thing that drives me crazy. He goes, okay, I got to say a bracha on it. I'm like, what? like there's a thing called Iker and Tuffle, right, in Torah. It's like there's the thing that's more important and the thing that's less important, right? Yeah. It's like if you're already eating treif, right?
Yeah.
Like don't worry about the bracha. Go eat, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like he's like, oh, I gotta say the bracha on the treif food. I'm like,
I remember once I came to Rab's and I said, Rabbi, I made this sin and I want to repent. And so the rabbi says, well, what was your sin? And I said, well, I forgot to say hamotzi. And Rab says, well, it's not such a huge sin, but why didn't you say hamotzi? I said, well, I didn't say hamotzi because I was afraid to say hamotzi in case other people heard me.
Right.
I said, why were you afraid to say hamotzi? And I said, well, I was in a non-kosher restaurant. He said, well, why were you in a non-kosher restaurant? I said, well, because it was Yom Kippur.
Nothing was open, right?
All the kosher restaurants. Yeah, I should have said all the kosher restaurants were closed.
All right, and with that, I think we should wrap it up. It's been over 2 hours. One of our longest shows. A good one, no? It was a different kind of show. I had like a different feel to it. All right, so listen, folks. Say your bit, and we'll get out of here.
Kids,
thank you.
don't do crack and stay in yeshiva.
All right, and I just want to say thank you for everybody for tuning in to the end, and we'll see you. Next week is Pesach, so really
we're taking
2 weeks off. I mean, there's no way. There's Passover's next week. Forget it. So 3 weeks from Monday, we're back to Mondays.
Yeah.
Me and Libby are going to be back in action, back at your house.
Yeah.
All right, and good night. Bye. Enjoyed it. Everybody had a good night.